Here at the Ethiopian Improvement Agency, we work efficiently with the people of Ethiopia in order to help develop the country. By empowering women, educating men, and improving infrastructure, our agency will advance Ethiopia to become a role model for other nations in Africa. We divided our budget so that the $1 billion can be appropriately distributed. We will spend $500 million on improving infrastructure, $350 million on empowering women, and $150 million on educating men.
In Ethiopia include a high level of STDs due to rape being a common practice that is rarely punished, female genital mutilation, which increases transmission, and the fact that Ethiopian women have 7 kids on average, many of which receive STDs from their mothers. There's also a very high maternal mortality rate because only 6% of Ethiopian women have access to trained attendants that can properly perform childbirth. Additionally, only 20% of Ethiopians have access to health facilities. 49% have easy access to clean water, with many having to walk over 6 miles to get water, and 21% have adequate sanitation services. Leading to our 3 goals for Ethiopia. By empowering women, we will increase sexual education, increase access to birth control and protection, and encourage women to have less kids, which will prevent STDs from being passed on to future generations. By educating men, we will eliminate harmful cultural traditions, such as the common practices of rape and female genital mutilation, through educating them on the harm of them. Additionally, by increasing infrastructure, we will decrease the high levels of maternal mortality by increasing access to trained attendants in hospitals. We will also provide easy access to sanitation services, water, and medical attention. Women are dropping out of school before the age of 16 in order to start a family, as culture dictates. Only 39% of the population is literate, placing them at 210th place out of 217 countries listed in the CIA World Factbook. Ethiopia is ranked 126th out of 127 countries in the Education for All Index, an index designed by the United Nations to measure gender disparity in education. Men receive educations highly desired by the Ethiopian society, such as medicine and engineering, while women are forced to receive undesirable educations, such as humanities and social sciences, making them less desirable in the workforce. By empowering women, we're giving women access to highly desirable majors, allowing them to become more competitive in the workforce. We're incentivizing women to wait to get married and have kids, which will allow them to prolong their educations. Additionally, we're going to increase schooling for women, helping us to increase the female literacy rate. We're going to educate men by having men wait to marry women until after 16, which will allow women to prolong their educations. We're going to improve the male literacy rate in order to improve the overall literacy rate of the country. We will also educate men on the dangers of female rape, which will allow women to continue their schooling, as they will not be having kids or dealing with the stress of being raped. We will also increase infrastructure, which will allow easier access to schools and easier access to water, which will allow women to stay in school instead of having to walk to get their water every day, which could take hours. Poverty is significantly more prevalent in rural areas than urban areas in Ethiopia. The currency rate is 20.5 birr per US dollar, which is very low. Limited transportation infrastructure prevents the country from developing from where it is now. Limited electrical infrastructure prevents the Ethiopian society from receiving all the benefits that electricity can provide. Additionally, for every 100,000 people in Ethiopia, there's an estimated 2.6 doctors on average, proving the lack of qualified workers in highly desired jobs. By empowering women, we're going to get women more involved in the workforce. By educating men, we're going to promote the education of jobs that are in high demand, such as doctors. We're going to increase infrastructure by creating more transportation infrastructure, which will increase trade, allow people to receive jobs far away from their homes, as well as create more jobs building the infrastructure. We're going to increase electrical infrastructure, which will create jobs and will also create manufacturing capabilities that they did not previously have, making them more competitive in the global economy. We're going to build more hospitals, which means more employment opportunities in those hospitals, and we're going to increase the amount of urban areas, decreasing the amount of rural areas where most of the poverty is located.
Saron